ela é pressão. Mina linda, perigosa, rouba meu coração. Vai quicando, vai jogando, não perde a razão. No batidão, só pura tentação.
Honey, who's that guy?
I don't know, but it feels like something in our lives needs to change.
Win 2 partners. The more you own, the more you get. This is your future. Act now.
Friends, welcome. Today is Thursday, February 19th. Thank you so much for coming to the presentation. Today, we'll have 2 formats, a presentation and a working meeting for our current partners. So for the next 30 minutes, I'll tell you about the opportunities that are opening up for you, opportunities you simply can't afford to miss. It would be a crime to let them pass you by. And even that panda you just saw on the screens, yeah, it's not just a panda, it's our panda, our mascot. And soon, the whole world will know about this panda. That's exactly what we'll talk about in more detail in the second part. So let's get started. For those who don't know me, my name is Nikolai Zarachev. A warm hello to everyone from Dubai. A loving husband, father of 3, entrepreneur and investor. CEO of Win 2 Partners. An ecosystem like nothing anyone in the world has ever done before. Because you'd think these are things that just can't be put together. But we get it. So we're developing a partnership program that has no equivalent. If you've ever worked with affiliate programs anywhere, trust me, you've never seen anything like this before. In the entire history of the MLM business, no one has ever come up with the kinds of mechanics that we have. That's why you're incredibly lucky. Why aren't you lucky? Because we spent the entire year of 2025 building the ecosystem and developing the partnership program. We invested a huge amount of time, energy, and above all, our love. Everything we do with love. As they say, happiness is in the little things. And of course, we also invested a lot of money. An unbelievable amount of money has been poured into this industry. And our ambitions and goals are just off the charts. Why? Because the products we're creating in the industry where we're going to make money, believe me, there's just so much money there. There's more money in this niche, in this market, than anywhere else. Nowhere else. Absolutely nowhere. It's one of the fastest growing markets in the industry. Let's put it that way. I'm talking about the iGaming market. It's very important to understand. Right now, I'm going to show you our ecosystem, talk about our plans, explain the partnership program, and discuss the dividend aspects. But it's crucial that you approach this presentation with the right mindset, not as a call to action or that we're trying to do something else, or that we're doing something wrong or inviting you somewhere you shouldn't go. Just treat this as a business. So set aside all your moral and ethical standards for a moment. Just put them on the back burner because this is the industry we're planning to develop. No one can fight it. No one in the world can fight this industry, and no one ever will. So right now we're talking about the gambling entertainment market, casinos, sports betting, poker, binary options. This is a massive market with an unreal amount of money in it. I'm sure you've seen examples of streamers making millions of dollars a month from this. Without this industry, there wouldn't be sports. If there were no sports betting, there wouldn't be football teams, athletes, or this level of competition. Basically, we wouldn't have competitions of this caliber because all sporting events, all sports clubs, and even the athletes themselves, who sponsors them? Bookmakers. Yeah, so basically, it's important to understand that this is just business. It's a market. I'm in Dubai, and you'd think it's a Muslim country. But what are they building here? Casinos. In Russia, they've realized now that it's pointless to fight against online casinos. And now they're going to start licensing this business so that the money goes toward taxes, to collect more taxes from this industry. Because it's impossible to fight this industry. And none of you are able to fight this industry. You need to understand that. You just have to realize that everyone's an adult, right? Everyone has their own way of having fun. Some people, after work, have a drink. You don't judge liquor stores or alcohol producers, right? People drink and that's their business. It's up to each person. Some people after work, I don't know, smoke hookah or they sit down to play a game and buy some loot boxes in the game. Opening loot boxes, yeah, maybe he bought himself a tank, some skins, or something else. So a person spends money on this, gets pleasure from it, gets dopamine, right? Someone else after work turns on the TV, sees their favorite soccer team playing, and decides not just to watch the match. Yeah, meaning to feel emotions, to get more dopamine. He places a bet on the game. If he gets lucky, he wins more. If not, well, it's no big deal. So it's important to understand that everyone relaxes in their own way, how someone wants to unwind, right? This is the entertainment industry, you know? Of course, just like in any field, yeah, I mean, there are people who just can't control themselves at all. We also have a huge number of alcoholics. If you get rid of liquor stores, they'll just clear out all the Hawthorne tincture from the pharmacies. If you take Hawthorne out of the pharmacies, yes, that is, they will buy up triple cologne everywhere, you understand? That is, remove triple decalone acetone. Why? Because these are people who I am right that people do not have control over the same thing in the gambling market. Yes, so take it away. If a person, I don't know, has a casino, right, then he'll go and lose at rock, paper, scissors in the yard. Take away rock, ban rock, paper, scissors, and the person will lose everything at a shell game, you see? So it's really a matter of the person themselves. We're talking about the majority of people here, right? Those who understand that it's just entertainment, like in Russia, right? I mean, I lived in Karelia for a long time, right? We lived on the border with Finland, Finland. Just so you understand, there, if you walk into any supermarket, like a grocery store, there's slot machines right inside, and it's just full of retirees. There are tons of them just sitting there pressing the buttons, you know? But if you go to, say, Sochi, Las Vegas, or somewhere like that, you'll see a lot of successful people, accomplished people who go there to have fun. Some go to karaoke, some go there. It's all part of the entertainment industry. We're not talking about the moral side of things here. We're talking business. If you're here, it means you've chosen the path of an entrepreneur to take action in your life. Right, because you want to live better. If you are a skeptic who doesn't believe in anything and just does nothing, you'd be sitting at home doing nothing and wouldn't have come here to this presentation. But you're the kind of person who's looking for opportunities, opening door after door for yourself, right? You hope that behind this very door is the tool that will let you discover yourself, unlock your potential, and achieve any of your goals and dreams. Exactly. And today I'm opening that door for you and showing you opportunities, once again, opportunities that you simply can't afford to miss. Basically, Win2 Partners is the shortest path in terms of money. This is the shortest way. There simply isn't a shorter one because only in this industry are there no limits, no ceiling. The market is growing at an incredible pace. For example, the Indian market, which we're looking to enter, had $100 billion in deposits in illegal casinos just last year. And the year over year growth is 30%. So this year, it'll already be $130 billion. So basically, where's the world heading? The world is heading toward one generation replacing another, then a third, then a fourth. And what generation is growing up right now? As a father myself, I can tell you what kind of generation is growing up now. They're in games, any kid's game, Roblox, Standoff, Counter-Strike, whatever. In any kid's game, what do you find? There's a Wheel of Fortune, that's basically a casino. There are loot boxes, that's also a casino. You see what I mean? So in their games, it's all like a casino. They go on TikTok, what do they see? Like their idol, say Igor Creed, right? He plays at the casino. Sasha Zubarev plays at the casino, Evelyn too. Basically, all the bloggers, all the streamers play at the casino. And they see this, right? So naturally, and in the end, this is an industry you just can't stop. Plus, artificial intelligence and neural networks are coming in basically to help people. People are getting more free time, and we all know what free time means. Idleness is the devil's playground, right? So, of course, most people, when they're just sitting around, start looking for opportunities. Yeah, like to get some quick dopamine. That's why this industry is going to develop by leaps and bounds, and it's impossible to control it, impossible to stop it. So basically, we want to get into this industry, not just dip our toes in, but really open the doors wide. We want to jump in with both feet. To make a name for ourselves, yeah, and to show that this industry hasn't seen everything yet, because we're bringing in some real know-how. We're coming in with a product that's never existed before, and believe me, I've gotten a ton of feedback from people who used to own casinos or who are still major casino owners today. Yeah, so when we talked with them about what problem we're actually solving, specifically the problem of marketing and traffic, that's really the main issue because technical problems aren't really a problem in this market. Any technical task can be solved, but solving a marketing problem, like how to attract a large number of clients or users and do it at the lowest possible cost or even for free, that's really something special. So, in the end, when I was talking to them about this, they would just roll their eyes and say, "Yeah, that's nonsense." After about an hour of our conversation and discussion, where he would ask questions and I would answer, so basically, everyone I talked to, yeah, they all said, "This is brilliant. This is genius. This is definitely going to take off." Basically, this is a model that others will copy in the future. Yeah, so I'm sure people will copy us, but we'll be the first ones. And that's the most important thing to understand. We also have a tool that will allow us to enter the crypto market specifically in the second phase. We're going to talk about that. And we're not just entering the crypto market to take a look or just to try it out. We're jumping in with both feet. And we're just making a statement, letting everyone know who's boss here. We're the boss. And in the second part of the working meeting, you'll see for yourselves when the time comes. Yeah, I mean, we have massive experience, a huge track record, and a lot of expertise in building partnership programs. Yeah, I mean, in my previous companies, we had 400,000 or even 500,000 people, but we always hit a ceiling. Market capacity, that's the main issue, the market's capacity. You just can't keep growing if the market capacity doesn't allow for further growth. But here, we're not going to have that problem. Within this market capacity, plus, you could say we're diversifying within the ecosystem so that we have a broader client base across different areas. Let me show you what our ecosystem looks like right now. It's important to understand the following. So, this is what our ecosystem looks like. Right now, we have a casino, sports betting, an SMM agency, and a crypto token. We're going to launch a Streamers Academy soon, very soon. We're setting up our own VPN, which will be available in the near future. We already have binary options ready, and we're preparing a poker room and a crypto bank. So let me show you a bit of what this looks like. So we have a casino. It's a super modern casino with 15,000 games and all the top providers, of course. I'm handing out my phone right now. That's why it's loading 15,000 games slowly. All the top providers are here, plus our own affiliate program, 80 payment gateways for any country, and 2 licenses. NGN Kurosova. Yes, so it's a really strong modern casino. Yeah, a truly modern casino. We'll be officially launching it soon, so we're getting ready for the launch. Sports betting won't be available yet. This module will be integrated directly into the casino itself. As for crypto, it's still unclear. I won't show you the binary option now. That's a separate video. It needs to be uploaded, and I don't want to do that right now. Same goes for the poker app. We're creating a competitor to P Poker, but our service will be much better and stronger, especially on the service side. We're going to solve a lot of problems that they don't address. So, once again, with every product we make, you need to understand that we see the pain points of this market. We're inside this market and we see its pain points. We fully understand that the online poker market is dying. For example, poker stars, GG Poker, newcomers just aren't entering this industry anymore. Why? Because they know there are tons of professionals there who use solvers and think in ranges. Plus, there are tons of bots running on artificial intelligence, loaded up with probability theory and math. It's pointless to compete with them. You'll end up losing your shirt. Sure, you can still play MTTs, but even that is really tough, really tough. That's why online poker, one way or another, with the arrival of artificial intelligence, agents, and all sorts of things, has really started to die out. If before there were just rumors and myths about it dying, now, honestly, it only has a few years left. We're launching Club Poker, which means you can create your own club based on our poker app. And essentially, by 2027, you'll see us have poker clubs all over the world. So, who plays poker? Entrepreneurs. That is, we want to create clubs in different cities. Poker Club Minsk, Poker Club Moscow, Poker Club Dubai, that is, it doesn't matter. And it will be absolutely legal. Yes. That is, people can play online and at the same time meet offline. Yes. That is, communicate, get to know each other. That is such a story of networking, let's say. So, this is so that you understand that we solve a large number of pain points in the market. If we're talking about the crypto bank, yes, that's what it's called. Habibis, which means beloved in the East. You can top it up with cryptocurrency. Yes. So this is our own bank. You top it up with crypto and you can even issue your own bank card. You can pay anywhere in the world. Apple Pay. Our partners have already been using our product for 4 months, giving us feedback. I personally use this product every day, paying for absolutely all my expenses with the bank card. So every day, I actually spend cryptocurrency or earn cryptocurrency. I spend cryptocurrency. I pay with Apple Pay, right? Apple Pay, MasterCard, Visa, but I'm paying with crypto. You get what I mean? So why is that? Because almost all my cards got blocked because of the same cryptocurrency. I mean, when I cashed out crypto and exchanged it for Russian cards, 115, 161, UFC, all my cards got blocked. Even in Dubai, you'd think it'd be different, but they still ask for proof of where the money's coming from and what it's for. So basically, if you don't send the documents on time, bam, you're blocked. That's it. In other words, the banking system blocks you. It's important to understand that there's an affiliate program behind all of this. Basically, we launched. On February 16th, we had our technical launch. There were 1,878 people, I think, at our working meeting yesterday. I'll refresh it now. There are already way more people. So 2,135. So look, that's 200 people right there. We've gained that many just since last night. That's 200 people. The growth rate is good, but honestly, our goal for this year is at least 500,000. But actually, I'm planning for us to have give or take a million. Yeah. So this year in 2026, we'll have a million. And by 2027, I think we'll have over 10 million partners within the partners. Why? Because we've made this industry accessible, basically. The minimum entry is $5, right? So you can start with $5 and work your way up to earning tens, hundreds, thousands, even $1 million. Step by step, your income within our ecosystem will gradually grow. But the most important thing you need to understand is that the work you do once turns into passive residual income. In other words, it can so directly, yes, you can become a shareholder in our ecosystem and receive passive income, or you can build a network that will bring you passive income. So this ecosystem is what we're launching with you in 2026. That's point A. And point B could be something completely different, meaning the ecosystem can be expanded. Basically, our goal is to create an ecosystem that absorbs a large number of products, products that can generate commissions. And it's important to understand that when you're part of the affiliate program, meaning when you build a team within the affiliate program, that team gets integrated into all these products. So your entire structure gets integrated into the casino, sports betting, crypto bank, poker, and so on. And you earn commissions from the use of these products. Plus, in the future, we're going to integrate a large number of additional products. So, what is our main goal as the founders of this company? Accordingly, our goal is very simple, especially at this early stage. It's to reach 1 million users. When you have a million users, basically any company will come to you and say they want to partner with you, and they'll offer really amazing terms. Let me give you an example. Let's say we have a crypto token, but we don't have a crypto exchange. In other words, we didn't go down the path of developing our own crypto exchange. There are a ton of details, nuances, and risks that could be waiting for us there. Plus, we don't have the expertise to build a crypto exchange, so we decided not to get involved in that. But we do have three options. So let's say by the end of the year, we absolutely need a crypto exchange. Like, we desperately need a crypto exchange, no matter what. We have a million users, so we have three options. Build it ourselves, that is, hire specialists and create it from scratch. Buy a white label ready-made solution, or integrate with a partner. For example, let's say a Dubai-based or Asian crypto exchange comes along and says, hey, you only have users from the CIS market. So we say, look, we have 500,000 users from the CIS market. We have 300,000 users from India, and we just launched there, plus 200,000 users from Asia. Yeah, for example, we provide the stats, they look at it and think it's great. So we say, give us a higher commission, a premium commission. So, for instance, 60% from trading, or say you split 50% for the affiliate program, meaning you give 10% to partners. The company uses it to pay dividends, right? So, for our investors, so give us 60% commission, which amounts to several $1 million. Give us funds for marketing, for running giveaways or events within our community. Believe me, any crypto exchange will agree to this. I mean, among those that are just starting out. Why? Because you have no idea how much money a crypto exchange has to throw in just to enter a particular market. Just imagine that you need to launch into the Russian market right now, for example. I'm just using Russia as an example here. You need to bring some crypto exchange into the Russian market. So, how are you going to attract users there? People are wary of crypto, they're afraid of it. So, you somehow have to get them onto a crypto exchange. And in the Russian market, there are already a lot of other crypto exchanges like Bybit and BingX. These have been operating for a long time, so you basically have to lure users away from them, which means you need to offer even better conditions. Right, so what about the people who are in charge there, the opinion leaders? Basically, acquiring a single user will cost you around $100. Yeah, like $200 or $300 just to attract one client to your exchange. So that's hundreds of dollars to bring in just one user, you see? To attract, excuse me, a million users, right? Even at $1 per user, that's $1 million. At $10, that's $10 million. So if on average it costs you $100 to acquire one user, you'd need to spend $100 million to bring that many users to your product. Yeah, or you could just make a deal with us. We provide the platform, your entire structure moves under this crypto exchange, and you start earning additional commissions from it. So what I'm saying is that we'll be adding different tools, but your team will always remain under your control. No one before us has ever done anything like this, you know? And our main goal, right, is that we don't want to make money from marketing. We give you all the money. 100% of the payout goes to the network. Yeah, so we make our money a little differently. We earn directly from human capital. So that's our main goal, our mission, to capitalize our company. If you take the top 1,000 richest people in the world from the Forbes list, you'll see that basically they have capital. That is, they created their own company and the company's capitalization grew. Let's say it reached $100 billion. dollars. And the person, the founder, owns just 1% of their own company. So he reached that goal, but 99% he basically gave away along the way to shareholders, investors, and so on. And he owns 1%, but that 1% is worth $1 billion. You get what I mean? So it's important to understand that one person alone can't do it all. It's only together, only as a team. That's why we say we're building an ecosystem, and 80% of the revenue, the ecosystem's revenue, goes back in. 20% of the entire ecosystem's profit goes to dividends, so you'll be getting passive income. So if you become an investor, in other words, a shareholder, to put it correctly, you'll receive dividends. So by buying shares in the company, you become a shareholder and receive dividends. It's just like if you bought, say, some other company that pays dividends. So as the company's value grows, your asset increases, and at the same time, you're also getting dividends. In our case, you'll be getting dividends every single day, receiving dividends daily. So 20% of the entire ecosystem's profits go toward the dividend pool. Accordingly, 10% will be used to buy back the token from the market. Yeah, and we'll talk a bit later about what this token actually is. And 50% goes to the partner program. In other words, 50% of the entire ecosystem's profits go to the partner program. And then 20% is kept, which is our share, plus for maintaining the ecosystem, for the payroll fund, for product development, and so on for marketing as well. So basically, it's the 80-20 principle. 80% we give back to people. Why? Because our main goal is to make sure you earn an outrageous amount from this industry, an indecently large amount. Because the business we're building is a business of human stories, a business of people stories. Take, for example, the casino industry in the CIS market. If you remove Malstroy, that guy from Minsk who made it on his own, yeah, so the industry just wouldn't be as interesting anymore without that guy, you know? But this industry thrives on cases like that when streamers make millions, just millions. And that just makes the industry even more appealing. People want to get in and make money from it. That's how we built this industry. It's super accessible to absolutely everyone. The entry point starts at just $5, literally $5. Look, basically, we have a few different scenarios. You can become a client and just use the products in our ecosystem. No problem. You can become an investor and earn passive income. If you choose that role, you'll receive between 8 and 15% per month with payouts every day. No problem. If you choose the role of a crypto enthusiast, you can buy our token, wait for it to get listed, and make your profits. No problem. If you choose the role of a partner and want to actively participate and build a partnership program, in other words, to earn a lot of money, big money, the minimum entry is $5. $5, yes. So accordingly, we have three plans, yes. So there are three plans, one for $5, one for $20, and one for $100. Yeah, so there's the Win Lite plan, the Win Pro plan, and the Win Ultra plan. You can activate one plan, two plans, or all three if you want. But we don't have all three plans available yet. We'll be launching the third one soon. In about a week or so, we'll launch that plan. But for now, we have two plans, one for $5 and one for $20. It's important to understand that with each of these plans, you get certain bonuses. Yes, specific bonuses. But the main bonus is that they include a smart spillover system, so to speak. We call it the chain mechanism. What is the chain mechanism all about? It means that everything works like a live queue, where there are always six people helping one person. In other words, the marketing is built around teams or mini teams. There are always six people helping one person, especially a newcomer. So when a newcomer joins this marketing system, they get financial results very quickly. They can share this and they get a wow effect. Like, how is this possible? I haven't invited anyone yet, but there are already people under me. More experienced players, the leaders, they get a high percentage of renewals in their structure. And every month, they can count on the same income or even an increase in their earnings every month. How does it work? It works very simply. Someone invited you, and let's say you paid $5 for a license. It's important to understand that all of those $5 go to the seven people above you. So in the chain, the seven people above you, these are the ones who get paid, and they might not even be directly connected to you at all. So let's say someone invited me. Here I am, right? Someone invited me, and it could be a person I don't even know at all. Peter invited Alex, Alex invited David, David invited Russo, Sarah, and Maria. Yeah, so I earned money from all these people. Maria invited someone named Sasha to the first or fifth spot here, and then Sasha invited Sveta. I don't even know Sveta at all. So basically, I also earn money from her. And now Sveta has invited you to this presentation. You're listening and thinking, hey, I like this. I want to give it a try for $5 and see how it goes. You join the seventh slot, pay $5.50, and then the sixth level gets 50 cents, the fifth gets 50 cents, the fourth gets 50 cents, the third gets 50 cents, the second gets 50 cents, and the first as well. And I get $1.50 from you. So that's $1.50. Yeah, so the sixth person also gets an extra 50 cents for a personal referral. So in total, they'll get $1, meaning all $5. Yeah, so it goes up the chain for 7 levels. And you can always be part of this chain and earn as well because the smart spillover system is at work. There's no point in trying to explain to you how this works because you'll only start to understand any company's marketing once you actually start earning from it. What's important here is to realize what you're missing out on, what you could attract. These things aren't even comparable. To join, try it out, and figure things out for $5. It's nothing, really. Trying to convince or force you to do this is pointless. If you came here to this presentation because you want to change your life to start making money, but at the same time, you won't even try out the marketing for $5, then you're just fooling yourself. The most important thing in life is that you can fool anyone, your mom, dad, brother, sister. But the main thing is not to fool yourself, you know? So don't deceive yourself. If you won't even try it for $5, that's just ridiculous. What's important is that you understand how it works, how this mechanism operates, how the marketing works. But you'll start to understand when someone is placed under you, you earn your first 50 cents and you're like, wow, where'd that come from? Explain it. You can ask a question in the chat or you can ask your mentor. So in the end, you get answers to your questions and start to figure out how the marketing works. Then at some point, you'll have this light bulb moment and you'll be like, wow, so that's how marketing works. Awesome. So then you'll say, well, $5, what kind of money can you actually make here? Basically, here's the potential of the marketing. So the minimum marketing potential is $126,000. Why? Because there's this wonderful thing called the queen of all sciences, mathematics. Yeah, it's a geometric progression, right? Basically, we have a classic linear marketing model here where we've cut off the first line. So you can't put more than 5 people in your first line. But I personally could invite 100 people. Yeah, I mean, maybe not in a single day, but over 3 days, I could invite them. Just go on stories. And yeah, 100 people could easily respond and join for $5 each. But in the end, I can only put 5 people in my first line. The other 95 will go under them as spillover. So that's how you end up with a large number of leaders. They can invite a huge number of people. So we already have leaders who have invited over 100 people just in their first line. But again, you can only put 5 people in your first line. The rest go as spillover to help others. Yeah, so it's important to understand this. And that's how the 525, 125 progression works. And in the end, that's how it goes. So a $5 marketing plan turns into $126,000 in monthly payouts. Do you get it? You can receive that every month. You have 5 branches, one branch, two, three. The potential of each branch is $25,000. So what am I getting at? I'm saying that if you get an overflow, like if someone places an overflow under you, for example, in this case, Peter placed Alex under me, and Alex turned out to be a strong leader and starts building a branch, then I can earn $25,000 from that branch. So if Alex really starts hustling and building the structure, my potential earnings from that branch are $25,000. I have 5 such branches. So basically, I can also get spillovers in each of them. In other words, the logic here is really simple. If you're not active in this marketing plan, then your income will look like this, just trickling in. Drip, 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 slowly, basically. But if you get a bit more active, it's drip, 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 drip. And if you get really active, it's like you just turn on the financial faucet all the way and the income starts flowing. Money starts pouring into your wallet at lightning speed. Yeah, so you get instant withdrawals and so on, like $125,000. That's how the marketing works. It seems pretty great, right? I mean, imagine getting notifications every minute that someone is activating. But the important thing is to get started. Basically, that's the principle here, which is why we touched on the 80/20 rule. Right now, at the very beginning, you'll be putting in 80% of the effort and only getting 20% of the results. It doesn't seem fair. You might say that, but here you need to wait for that geometric progression to kick in. It's just like with investing. A lot of people don't understand what compound interest really is. They think investing is slow, it takes a long time, and so on. And they can't wait for compound interest to kick in. And here it is, the same thing. Many people underestimate geometric progression. Oh, I'm in my first month. I have a team of 20 people. What did I earn there? $10. Give yourself 3 months. You'll have a team of 500 people. Yeah, so you'll make $1,000, then 3,000, then $5,000. Just give it some time. So basically, you need to let this geometric progression work, especially since we're talking about marketing for $5. I mean, that's just funny. Here, the conversion rate should be 100 out of 100. No one is going to turn down this opportunity. So accordingly, every month, every month. So your income isn't just a one-time thing, right? If you've reached a certain income level, it's ongoing. So right now we have leaders, right? You can watch them, you can observe what they're doing. Yeah, like in the first month, one of our leaders, for example, in the first month, for example, he could earn $3,000 from marketing, starting with just $5. He could make $3,000. And the next month, he can definitely count on those same $3,000 because the renewal rate will be around 90%. That's because people already have their teams and structures in place, so they'll renew again. He doesn't have to do anything else. He doesn't need to build anything anymore. His payments will just start coming in, bam, bam, just like that. So if he brought in most of his team on the 16th, then on the 16th, that's when it happens for him. It's basically payday for him. Happy day within the team. Then he works for another month, and the same thing happens the next month. His income is $6,000, then $12,000, then $20,000 after that. So his income gradually increases. Now, there's the Pro plan for $20, right? The Pro plan costs $20. Here, the earnings are much higher by multiples. That means each branch has a potential of $500,000 and $100,000 per branch. So you'll start receiving much larger amounts directly. So again, the same example. If you join now and pay for the marketing for $20, that money doesn't go to the company. It goes to the 7 people above you in the chain. And you too will eventually be in this chain. But in the end, yes, $2 goes to the person who personally invited you, and $6 goes to the first level. Someone gets 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. So you paid 20, and all $20 went through the affiliate program. Like I said, our main goal is to help you start earning big money. Yeah, so as a company, we grow by increasing the number of people. Yeah, so take Instagram, for example. Why is it so valuable? Because there are people there. If you take the people away, it'd be worth nothing. Exactly. It's the people who determine how much a company is worth. If people like it, if they like where they are, then naturally we'll have a lot to offer. We'll have all kinds of training, including schools. There will be courses on neural networks, sales schools, financial literacy classes, and various tools for generating traffic. We'll provide a lot, really a lot. We just had a technical launch. We're only just getting started. Right now, you're joining the 1% of people from whom it all begins, you know? That's what's important to understand. So $500,000 on the Ultra plan, meaning the potential is $2 million. So you can start working here right away. Yeah, you can work here, and the marketing pays off really quickly. It's important to understand that with the Ultra plan for $100, you'll also be receiving our internal token, Vencoin. But as they say, this is our technical token, essentially, which allows you to become a shareholder in our company and earn passive income. So you can make really good money from this as well. Thanks to the capitalization of this token, we'll actually talk about this in our working meeting right now. There's also something called profit share. That's what I mentioned at the very beginning. That means your structure grows beneath you, right? And you're not just earning dollars. The dollars are actually the smallest amount you get because the real money is in the profit share. Basically, it's a classic rev share, as we call it. Profit share, right? Because the distribution mechanics there are a bit different from rev share. Basically, from the first to the sixth level, you get 5%. And from the seventh level on, you get 7%. That is on the Pro and Ultra plans. What does that mean? It means you get 5% from the rev share, but on the Pro plan, you get 7%. So going back, let's say, for example, you joined at the seventh level, right? You joined at the seventh level and activated the marketing. Yeah, like for example, you go pro for $20 or something, and you think, hey, I love sports betting. My favorite team is playing today. Manchester City is playing. So you decide, let me bet $1,000, for example. And if they lose, that means the commission that the company receives will be distributed across 7 levels of depth. So the 7 people above you will share that commission. It's the same when we integrate an exchange, a cryptocurrency exchange. So if someone is trading, buying Bitcoin, Ethereum, basically trading, we split that commission across 7 levels of depth. It's all very simple. Accordingly, with these plans, you'll receive an additional bonus on the Ultra plan and on the Light plan for $5. You also get a $5 bonus for the casino, which you can use to play and have fun. But that's coming a bit later. So we're about to launch the casino, and you'll be able to use it. Inside your account, there's a feature called USDT Gaming, which you'll receive now for activating your plans, and you'll get a chance to test your luck. With the Pro plan, you get $20 credited to your casino balance, you get VPN access, free sports bets, and access to the Pro Academy. That's the training I mentioned earlier, covering sales, artificial intelligence, financial literacy, and more. With the Ultra plan, you get our bank card. Habibi, yeah, normally it costs $50, but with this plan, you get it absolutely free, so just for £3. Plus, you get $100 for the casino, VPN access, sports bets, and the Ultra Academy. But it's important to understand that this is just the starter package we're beginning with. So here's point A and point B, and even an intermediate point B in 2026. By then, you'll have a whole list of things you'll be getting. In other words, you'll be receiving a huge, huge number of bonuses. Our goal as a company is to give you more in exchange, so you pay little but get a whole lot in return. So you'll almost feel embarrassed, like, dang, I paid $20 for a subscription and got all this. You end up getting so much, you know? That's our main goal, to make sure you get way more in return than what you put in. That's it, really. Honestly, when it comes to the affiliate program, it's all pretty simple. Yeah, so doubt is a killer. Opportunity, I'm not going to force you if you don't want it yourself, you know? Like, you can just try it out for $5. If you're not even willing to do that, then honestly, you don't really want anything. You're just fooling yourself. There's nothing more to say. I'm not going to waste any more time. Just go ahead, try it for $5. It's not going to change your life one way or the other. You can't really change anything in your life for $5 with Vintu partners, but those $5 could completely change your life. Those $5 could turn into $1,000. Then 2 turns into 3, into 5, into 7, into 10. In other words, your affiliate program grows under you, and eventually you end up solving most of your everyday problems, so to speak, that have piled up. So now let's talk about Vincoin, our internal token. By the way, I wanted to show you what the affiliate program looks like. This is how it looks, 2,135 people. Let's refresh, maybe there are even more now. Yep, 2,138. See, 3 people joined in just a couple of minutes. That's a good pace, and we haven't even started advertising yet. So this is the beta version. Yeah, it's a beta. We're in the technical launch phase right now, And very soon, we'll be adding all the necessary sections and launching everything. The platform itself looks super sleek. Like I said, everything's been done with so much care and such high quality. Our main goal by the end of February is to add multilingual support, two-factor authentication, video clips inside, and to launch the arena. We'll also be launching the dividend section itself and so on and so forth. Right now, the team is working on exactly that, setting up these dividend pools. So for example, when you buy a token, the token price will automatically update on the progress bar, and so on. But honestly, it all looks really awesome. Yeah, like I said, we have a mobile app, our own mobile app. Honestly, I just open it up and it's such a pleasure, just the aesthetics alone. Soon they'll add notifications too, so you'll be able to get alerts right on your phone. You get credited $2.50, $2.50, $8, $2.50. You just keep getting notifications. Come on, that's awesome. It's just so cool. So, push notifications. Everything is done with great quality and care. Every section you tap on, you go right in. It's all adapted perfectly. I mean, really. It's just bellissimo. Simply bellissimo. So in Sovetscom, right? Inside Sovetscom, we have this thing called Vincoin. So why now, right? Basically, you can't miss out on this opportunity, the one I'm about to tell you about. Honestly, I think this kind of opportunity only comes around once every 5 years. Yeah, so whoever's in right now, if you snooze, you lose. Seriously, you'll be kicking yourself later. Let's talk about it now. We have our own internal token. It's called Vincoin, like Bitcoin, but Vincoin. Right now, the token costs 60 cents, but next week the price will be 70 cents. So basically, it's a dividend token. In essence, it's a company share. You buy this token and can earn passive income from 8 to 15% per month with payouts every day. This feature will launch for us at the end of February or the beginning of March. So, end of February, most likely, give or take around March 1st. That means you'll be getting passive income. If you invest $1,000, you'll get from $80 to $150 every month with daily payouts. With $10,000, that's $800 to $1,500 paid out every day. Plus, there's also a referral program here. So if someone comes in through your recommendation and buys a token, let's say they buy a token for $1,000, you get 10% of the total purchase. That's $100 sent straight to your USDT wallet, and you can use that to buy more tokens, withdraw it, or do whatever you want with it. It's your choice. So from the second level, you get 5%, and from the third level, another 5%. Let me give you an example. An example that's currently growing within our structure. So we have someone who came in with $10,000, or rather with $10. Now, he's going to be getting a passive income of $800 to $1,500 a month with payouts every day. And every day he'll be posting like, I got $30 today in his stories, then $40 tomorrow. And everyone around him will be asking about it. And they'll be like, so how are you doing this? Tell us, what's this all about? He invites him to a presentation, and every day people come to these presentations, listen in, and then 10 people from his circle show up and start duplicating what he's doing. People are coming in with $10,000 each, right? That's just the kind of circle this person has. So let's say he has $10 himself, and in his network, there are 100 people, and each of them comes in with $10. That's his first line, right? So under his structure, that's $100,000 total. He gets 10% of that, which is $10,000. He gets paid right away through the affiliate program. These 10 people, in turn, do the same thing, posting stories about how they earn income every day. So in turn, they can each invite 100 people, let's say 100 people each, I don't know. If each of them invests $5,000, that's $500,000, from which he gets 5%. So the second level is 5%, which means from 500,000, that's $25,000. On the third level, it could be millions of dollars, and he gets 5% of that too. You see, this is how the affiliate program opportunity works, but it does have its limits. So at the first stage, the affiliate program only works for token purchases, but this program will end soon. Right now, you have a limited opportunity to earn through the token affiliate program and to buy the token at the lowest possible price. This window of time is limited. In other words, this period is limited. You understand? Because soon we'll be moving on to the second stage. And the second stage is when the token launches on the blockchain, and there will be a different setup. You won't be able to buy the token within the system anymore. That's one. There won't be an affiliate program anymore. That's two. But passive income will remain. So the income will still be there. In other words, passive income will still be available. But the affiliate program and the chance to buy the token at the lowest price will end. That's why it's important to understand this. We're entering the cryptocurrency market in the second stage. Our goal is to enter the cryptocurrency market. And I think you've heard stories about people who bought Bitcoin for around $1 and became dollar millionaires. So if you had bought Bitcoin in 2011 for $1 each and spent $15, you'd have $1 million now. Yeah, so you'd have $1 million now. Just think about that. That's Bitcoin, right? I mean, I think you've heard these stories. It's the same thing, right? Like if you had bought Ethereum or if you had bought BNB, well, yeah, we could list a lot of tokens right now, but these are technological tokens, blockchains, and behind many tokens, there's a corporation, and so on. And at some point, the crypto market realized that he can't just lead the crowd to money anymore. Big capital is playing its own game. It only defends its own interests, and it doesn't directly lead the crowd to money. So people started creating their own community tokens. That's how meme tokens were born. That's how meme tokens came about. But these aren't really meme tokens. That's just what they're called. These are community tokens that also create different products and so on. Even President Trump, the president of the United States, created his own token. Yeah, so just so you understand, the trading volumes of these tokens are no joke. Dogecoin's 24-hour trading volume is $859 million. Trading volume, right? So, for example, Shiba Inu's trading volume is $116 million, and Pepe's trading volume is $298 million. Yeah, Trump's token has a trading volume of 93 million, sometimes 40 or 50 million. So it's important to understand that these are community tokens, right? And a lot of people are watching this. A lot of people look at the crypto market and see the token's name on the charts. They see the market cap, the number of holders, and so on. When I look at the crypto market, I see the team behind it, the people who are backing this asset. These are people who believed in themselves, believed in their idea, and spent a lot of time working to make that idea a reality. And in the end, they succeeded. Because we're living in such times now, the crypto market has changed a lot. Let me put it this way. Right now on the market, there are only what, 4 tokens with a market cap over $1 billion. 4 community tokens. We're specifically talking about community here, people coming together around a single idea. You know, in the crypto market, that's called a cult. If you want to make $1 million, start a business. If you want to make $1 billion, start a religion. In the crypto market, a religion is called a cult. And people gather around this cult, believe in it, and end up getting rich. If it's a bad community, a bad cult, then it goes nowhere. And honestly, there's a ton of scams in the crypto market. We only have 4 tokens with a market cap over $1 billion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 tokens have a market cap over 100 million. So basically, the whole competition is just 14 damn tokens. That's it for the entire existence of the crypto market. There's no competition there. You get it? At the top, where the big market caps are, there's no competition, you know? All the competition in the crypto market is at the early stage, at the token launch phase. People who've learned how to launch tokens, they're not willing to work for a year to build a big story in the crypto market. They could spend that year creating new tokens every day and making thousands of dollars daily from it. And they don't give a damn. They couldn't care less about building a big story. Right now, around the whole world, you can count on one hand the idiots, in the best sense of the word, who want to make a big mark and write their name into the history of the crypto market. And I'm one of them, you see? That's my goal. This story is about ambition, it's about a challenge, it's about self-fulfillment, you know? I mean, I want us to make history. There isn't a single token out there that comes from the CIS. There are Asian tokens, American ones, but not a single token created by someone from the CIS. Yeah, so I want to change that paradigm. I want us to make history. The tools we're bringing to the crypto market, nobody else has tools like these. You see, I just want to show you some examples of this. Yeah, I mean, look at how people who believed in one crypto cult or another ended up getting rich for life, or at least built up serious capital. Take Toncoin, for example. Toncoin is useless, right? But when it launched, you could have gotten in at the very beginning, bought in when the market cap was just $100,000. So let's break it down so you understand what X means. Yeah, X. Let's say the market cap starts at 100,000 and then it grows to 1 million. That's a 10x. In simple terms, if you had invested $1,000 and the coin did a 10x, you would have made $10,000. If it did 100x, yeah, so that would be $100,000, and with 1,000x, it would be $1 million. You get what I mean? So market cap equals X. And yeah, each candlestick represents 1 month. So the first month, the second month, the token grows, and then it gets dumped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At this point, the team doesn't give up. They build a community. As a result, a diamond-handed community forms, and the token gets distributed more evenly into stronger hands. So 1 month, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And in the 12th month, you could have bought the token at a market cap of 5 million. Or here, you could have bought it at 100,000. There you go. At a market cap of 100,000, you could have bought this token. If you had bought in at a 100,000 market cap, then by the 13th month, the token grows in market cap from 100,000 to 100 million. 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times, even 1,000 times returns. So from 100,000 to 100 million, that's a 1,000 times increase. That means from a market cap of 100,000 to 1 million, that's 10 times. And from 1 million to 10 million, how much is that for us? That's 100 times. From 10 million to 100 million, that's another 10 times. So that's 1,000 times in total. So basically, the token grows 1,000 times this month. Times. Yeah, and then it just skyrockets to $1 billion market cap, and that's already 10,000 times. So if you had invested $1,000, you would have ended up with a capital of $10 million. $10 million. You see, if you had believed in this asset and it reached that level in the next 2 months, you would have become, well, you get the idea. A dollar millionaire. You get how it works. Basically, no one actually holds on until the very end. Most people sell everything along the way. The token goes up a bit, they sell some, it goes up more, they sell more, and so on. So instead of locking in 10 million, they end up with, say, $500,000, even though the potential was for 10 million. It's the same story with the Bong token, right? Each candle is 1 month, so that's the first month. The token drops for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 months in a row. The token keeps falling, but the team doesn't give up. The team builds the community, the team develops products, the team holds onto the tokens with diamond hands. And in the end, by the 11th month, the market cap is 10 million. So you could have bought in right here at the local bottom for 10 mil. That is at the 10 million mark. In month 1, it hits 100 million. That's a 10x return. A billion, that's 100 times for us. So by the second or third month, you would have already seen this token's market cap. 2 billion, that's a 250 times return. So potentially 400 times, that means $1,000 could have turned into $400,000. And that's not all. Just think about it. There are a lot of stories like this. There really are just so many stories like this. But lately, there have actually been very few stories like this. Why? Because we're not seeing tokens come out that reach a large market cap. They just aren't appearing. And honestly, it's unlikely any will show up this year. There just aren't any, plain and simple. And it's unlikely any will appear next year either. That is, unless there's one exception. Venture partners. So why is that? Because for us, it's a challenge, right? For us, it's a challenge. And we realize there's no competition there, so all we need to do is enter that market. Yeah, basically just show who we are and talk about the technologies we have. Now think about it. Just really think about what kind of ecosystem we're building. What kind of ecosystem is this? Yeah, so we have experience, right? We've taken tokens from 0 to a $65 million market cap. We started with nothing, absolutely nothing behind us. But now, what do we have behind us? An ecosystem that's going to generate profit. Do I even need to explain how much money casinos make? Our competitor is Stake, whose GGR, their monthly profit, is $1 billion. $1 billion. That's how they started out. In 2020, in just 6 years, they reached $1 billion in monthly profit. You gonna? So casinos make an obscene amount of money. Huge money. Sports betting is also insanely big money. Poker, binary options, they make a lot of money too, you know? Crypto bank. So soon we'll have 1 million users in our crypto bank, people who will be using our bank cards. Now we're going to provide an asset. This is the problem we're solving. So we're going to have a large customer base. By that time, we'll already have 1 million people. We're entering the crypto market with a massive community, making a statement. In the crypto market, the first to win will be the one who learns how to attract people from outside the crypto space. In other words, bringing people who have never been involved in crypto into crypto, bringing them in. When you solve that, you have all the crypto market products line up to integrate with you. For example, getting listed on Binance costs about $10 million. Listing on Binance costs around maybe $5 million. When Hamster Combat launched their Tap the Hamster product, they got listed for free. I'm sure they even got paid for it, for some kind of exclusive listing or something like that. I'm not claiming it for a fact, but I assume that exchanges wanted exclusivity and paid big money to get that audience. So the logic is really simple. If we have an asset in the form of people, we become desirable for this market. If we have a mechanic that brings people not from crypto into crypto, then we'll be unbeatable in this market. Basically, there's no competition there. Look, here's how it's going to work. Our token will be based on 3 pillars. So in the second stage, we launch on a blockchain. Which blockchain exactly? We don't know yet. It could be the BNB blockchain or the Solana blockchain. We'll decide based on the circumstances. It depends on the activity on these networks, their stability, and so on. We'll choose the network where we'll deploy. We'll launch in, and the token stands on 3 pillars. The first is passive income. No other token has this kind of passive income mechanism. So within Win2 Partners, at the second stage, there will be a dividend pool. That is, a dividend pool. You know how in a casino the jackpot keeps growing every time? So within Win2 Partners, dividends will also be collected in the same way. We have a blockchain system, well, not exactly blockchains, but a system of smart contracts for each product. And these smart contracts automatically fill up this pool. Yes, you can see it. Like $100 came in during this minute. From the casino, $500 came in. From Habibi, $1,000 came in. From poker, too. This pool gets filled every Sunday, every single Sunday. And when we launch the token, everything you manage to buy counts. Now, your token depends on the number of tokens you have in your hands. So the more tokens you have in your hands, the higher your income will be. Every Sunday, you'll need to come and connect your wallet to this pool. Not deposit tokens, just connect your wallet and make a withdrawal to collect your profit in USDT. You'll receive your profit in USDT, in dollars, not in tokens. So what happens next with the people who come on Sunday to collect their dividends? Right, so they buy, get their dollars, and think, man, I don't have enough tokens, I'll go buy more. They don't come to sell tokens to make the price drop, they come to buy more tokens. They come, get their USDT, and some of that will go toward buying tokens on the market, so the price will go up. So on Sunday, there will be people who didn't manage to collect their dividends. It could happen that someone bought our tokens from the market and doesn't even know that we have dividends. So we take these remaining dividends this Sunday and use them to buy back and burn tokens. In other words, in the token, there will be fewer tokens on the market. So do you understand how the dividends work? You have the right to receive them, meaning you participate in the distribution of 20% of the ecosystem's profits. In addition to that, 10% of the ecosystem will also be used to buy back tokens from the market. This is done to help support the chart and the price. This is the first dividend mechanism. With any other token, to lock in profits, you have to sell it. But with our token, to lock in profits, you just need to hold it. You see? You don't need to sell it, you just need to hold it. Because when you hold the token, you'll actually end up with more tokens. Why is that? Because the second pillar we rely on is passive staking. So what is passive staking? It means you don't need to lock up your tokens anywhere. All your tokens stay in your wallet, and at any moment, if you want, you can hit the order book and sell. No problem. So what is passive staking exactly? The token will have a fee, right? It is 0% on buying and 5% on selling. So whenever someone sells tokens on the market, they pay a 5% fee. And then the smart contract system kicks in. Those 5% get distributed to the wallets of those who aren't fond. You get it? So automatically, the token will be distributed to the wallets of those who aren't selling. We tested this mechanic, and trust me, it works really well. This is called passive staking. So basically, you just hold the tokens and you get dividends, and the dividend portion keeps growing. Yeah, so you end up with more tokens while there are fewer tokens on the market because we also have a third pillar, another token burning mechanism. So the token will be utilitarian, meaning you'll be able to use it within our ecosystem. You'll be able to use the token to play in the casino, and there will be tournaments with the token. So we're organizing the first cryptocurrency poker tournament. The top prize will be things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and so on. The entry fee will be in our tokens. We're drawing in the entire crypto audience from the crypto market. They'll join our poker community. So, for example, to win a large amount of Bitcoin, So that's the cryptocurrency tournament, respectively. But at the same time, the entry fee for this tournament will be burned. Our token will be burned. You understand? Burn our token. And the number of tokens will decrease each time because the emission of tokens is limited. There will be exactly as many tokens as were purchased during the pre-sale stage. The company will not issue any tokens for itself. We won't have a single token ourselves. In other words, what we're saying is that we'll be buying back these tokens from the market together with the market maker to support the price. That's the decision we've made. Even though we could have just pressed a button and said, guys, we have 20% of all tokens, right? Like for the team with vesting, with unlocks and all that. No, we're being as transparent and honest with you as possible. For us, the crypto market is just another tool. We make our money as a company in other ways. Our goal is for you to make money on the capitalization, right? And we'll make our profit from the liquidity we pull from this market. Let me explain how that's going to work. Imagine we bring a large number of crypto enthusiasts to a poker tournament, or for example, we hold a drawing there. Let's say we raffle off something like a Tesla, a Porsche, or some other tech, right? We organize a tournament, set a minimum entry fee so it costs a certain number of tokens. Again, we burn the commission just like that, and there are fewer tokens left on the market. These are the three pillars it's built on. You see, your token holdings increase while the number of tokens on the market decreases, the ecosystem grows, and you earn more passive income each month because the products keep evolving. They keep drawing more and more liquidity, including from the crypto market. So how is this going to work? We're going to move very quickly, believe me. We'll reach a market cap of 100 million really fast. In other words, when we hit 100 million, when we get to that 100 million mark, at that moment, the entire crypto market will notice us. Everyone will know about us. It'll be unprecedented, someone reaching 100 million market cap so quickly. People will be asking, who are they? Why? How do they pull it off? So at that point, yeah, everyone will be watching to see who we are. They'll be paying attention. That includes the whales. Yeah, I mean, people who made millions in the crypto market, like with Shiba tokens. Actually, I wanted to show you the owners of Shiba tokens, people who believed in Shiba. These are the holders of the Shiba coin. Take a look. Yeah, there are exchanges here, but there are also regular wallets belonging to everyday users. Some have $18 million on their balance. Some have $8 million on their balance. So you can see there are a ton of dollar millionaires, 17, 15, 14, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4. I know people right now who are buying Pepe, who are buying Shiba, who are buying Doge for millions of dollars. Right now, at this very hour, they're buying these coins because they know the market is going to turn around. So Doge will have a $100 billion market cap. Shiba will have a $100 billion market cap. In other words, they know perfectly well that these tokens are headed for a $100 billion market cap. So my friends, for me, $1 billion in market cap doesn't excite me at all. I also want to reach $100 billion in market cap. I want to get there faster than Shiba, Trump, Pepe, or Doge do. I want to compete at that level. There's that movie Dumb Money where regular people came together against Wall Street, right? They basically stuck it to big capital, to the funds, bankrupting a huge number of people when they all came together around a small company. Everyone was shorting it, but the company kept growing, and it bankrupted a lot of big players. That's the story they made a movie about, wrote books about. It's a really cool story you should know. That's exactly what I want, for us to unite around our ecosystem and show the whole world who we are. I want us to make a story that big. Not $1 billion in market cap, not 10 or 100 billion. Who will be the first to reach that in the crypto market among the token communities? And we'll drain all the liquidity from there. So the crypto market is basically a supplier of new clients for us, for our products, and new leaders from all over the world who will come and see what our people are doing. People are earning tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars, even millions through the affiliate program. And they'll want to join us. And that includes buying our token. So what do the whales see when we break the $100 million mark? They start to assess the risk to reward ratio. Okay, the token has reached a $100 million market cap. Can it go to $1 billion? Okay, my risk to reward ratio is such that I'm ready to take a 50% hit. But at the same time, if I see this token heading for $1 billion, I'm getting in. But how much am I getting in for? People are putting in hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars into these kinds of tokens. Why? Because they can't invest in tokens with a low market cap. There's a huge amount of money in the crypto market, but people don't know where to invest because where's the safe haven? Everything's falling, everything's crashing. Look, everything's deep in the red. But at times like this, when there's a crisis in the world, which industry is making big money? That's right, the entertainment industry. Because people are feeling, pressure. They're stressed out. Yeah, so people are stressed out on the stock market, the crypto market, even at work, and they go looking for dopamine for emotions. And this industry always grows stronger during any crisis. When people have a ton of money and there's helicopter money being handed out, this industry gets even more cash. So a big investor is watching with 100 millionaire. Look, they've got a crazy community that's growing not just by the day, but by the minute, by the second. They're vacuuming up users from all over the world. These guys have passive income. That means even if the token drops, I can basically make up for the loss from that dip. Yeah, so by getting dividends and buying more tokens for myself, I can see exactly what products and mechanics we're using. Basically, the logic is super simple. There isn't a single token on the crypto market with these kinds of mechanics. There never has been. You see, we come in and say, this is our damn cult, where we have fun, where we get a kick out of what we do. And our goal is a $100 billion market cap. And we're moving toward that goal. You need to understand that right now, you're buying a token at a damn market cap of just a few 100,000. There's no way we don't at least hit $1 billion. There's no way we don't make it with products like these, with this kind of ecosystem, and with a steady flow of new holders. Our entire ecosystem is built to push this token to 100 billion. How exactly? Look, we have products, and each of these products, Vinto Partners itself, generates new token holders. We have a crypto bank, and in this crypto bank, people will get cash back. You pay for anything with cryptocurrency: tea, coffee, milk, a restaurant, and you get cash back. But the cash back you'll get will be in our token. There will be a cashback button here. You press it, you get credited a certain number of tokens. And there's a video where I say, we're aiming for 1 billion, for 100 billion in market cap. Yeah, so you've got a chance. Here's a chart, a buy button, and the person just has a buy button. And they already have money in crypto, so they just hit buy. Yeah, so the chart is going up and my notifications are like, check this out. We're on the rise, buy more. Imagine we have 100,000 people here who are getting cash back in our token. So the smart contract buys up tokens and brings us even more holders. Every product is tied to this. Every product will be tied to this. You get it? To bring new holders into the token. So think about that again. I mean, it's actually harder to screw this up than not to. You'd really have to try to mess up an idea like this. Like, to not pull this off? You'd really have to try, Honestly, it's harder not to do it than to just do it. So yeah, you get what I'm saying. So that's it. We've started this journey together. And we're getting ready, basically like we're going to war. I mean, personally, my team and I are preparing to enter the crypto market like it's a battle to compete with other teams. We're going to compete with other tokens. They've got cats, dogs, frogs, but we've got a panda. And the whole Asian market's going to back us. They're just so into it. Seriously, I can't even. Yeah, and for them, the panda is a sacred animal. And honestly, I like pandas myself. You get what I mean? That's why we're going to start a freaking revolution in the crypto market, in the world of iGaming, and in the affiliate program industry. Because if there were an award for it, like the best affiliate program of 2026, I'm telling you, Win2 Partners would take it because of the mechanics and the features we have. We're going to roll it out soon, this year. Just give us a little time. Right now, we've launched the technical start, but trust me, this year we're going to pack in so many features, so much value and usefulness. We're going to load it up so much, you'll be blown away, and you'll see our progress just like our team has seen since August. Yeah, those who joined back in August saw all these new things pop up, all these features get added, and there's still more coming. We actually have a lot ready, we just need to announce it. There's no point in showing everything we finished right now. It would just blow your mind. You wouldn't even be able to process it all at once since there's so much to focus on. That's why we need to pace ourselves right now. So we created a partner program. We prepared videos, made avatar glasses, basically tied everything together, got it all done, and announced everything. You can see the technical progress throughout this whole stage. We're actually developing at a really fast pace. Yeah, I mean, the speed at which we're coding right now. Yeah, it's actually really high. Why? Because each of our programmers has their own two AI agents. One helps write code and the other checks the codes. That's why our programming speed is actually really high. So, my friends, take a look. You can buy a token right now, literally right now. You can earn USDT, dollars, through the partner program and use them to buy tokens. Because everything you earn within the partner program, it'll be multiplied dozens, hundreds, even thousands of times. Thanks to the token. Everything you do will be multiplied thanks to the token. And for us, this is a marketing story. The higher we rank in the crypto chart, the more liquidity and attention we'll attract to our ecosystem. Stake Casino is the first crypto casino. In 2020, they made a profit of $200 million. The following year, they entered the crypto market. The profit reached $2 billion. A year later, they doubled that and started making $4 billion in profit. In part, thanks to the crypto market. Actually, mostly thanks to the crypto market. Because they started drawing liquidity from the crypto market. You get it? And the crypto market is gonna grow. What you're seeing right now, the crypto market dropping, it's all nonsense and manipulation. You have to understand, a new generation's coming up. Think about it. The crypto market right now, how much is it worth? $2 trillion. How much is the stock market worth right now? $120 trillion. The stock market is worth 120 trillion, while the cryptocurrency market is worth $2 trillion. But the generation is changing. The older generation made their wealth in the stock market. They're passing away and leaving their money to their children, to the younger generation. And the younger generation grew up with cryptocurrency, with Bitcoin. They see themselves as fighters for freedom, for decentralization. Decentralized internet, decentralized artificial intelligence, cryptocurrency, decentralized finance. They're a bit reckless in their own way, but they support the crypto market. That's why money is flowing from the stock market. The cryptocurrency market is just a matter of time. It's simply a generational shift, And in the end, yes. So right now, $2 trillion will just flow from the stock market into the crypto market. It'll double. Then another 4 trillion will flow in and it'll double again. Why will Bitcoin be worth $1 billion? Yes, because this is the paradigm shift, right? The generational change will happen. It just takes time. One generation leaves, a new one takes its place. Yes, so there are completely different values and ideas, right? It's about what they support, so it's only a matter of time. The future belongs to the cryptocurrency market. That's 100% certain. I know what I'm talking about. I'm here in Dubai, and I understand that at the government level, they're implementing both blockchain and cryptocurrency and everything else too. So, my friends, I want to thank you to everyone who came today to this presentation, to this kind of working meeting and emotional working meeting. Yeah, I just really want to get through to each of you to make sure you understand what I've shown you. Even freaking $10 invested in SHI could have turned into $8 million for you, or $15 invested at the right time. Invested in Bitcoin at the right time could have turned into $1 million. These are stories about other people, but we can write our own story, not someone else's. Personally, I'm tired of hearing other people's success stories, but we can come together right now and write our own story, a success story that people will make. Movies about, shoot TV series, write books, and so on. I truly believe in that. Every person's potential is limitless. You could achieve anything you want. There's nothing impossible in this world. The only question is, what price are you willing to pay for it? I'm paying that price, a very high one. Believe me. Yeah, I have 3 kids and I don't see my family. I'm focused here 24/7. Yeah, I'm just completely focused here. I put everything on the line. I went all in a way you can't even imagine. Someday I'll tell you about the sacrifices it took for me to launch this ecosystem and how all through 2025 I was just bent over backwards, really just bent over backwards and turned down some really lucrative offers. People offered me quick money, big money right here and now. They wanted to buy me out for a lot of money. I turned down that quick money so I could take my time, slowly and steadily. Yeah, so I could develop and pursue my dream for thousands of people. And my dream can only come true if you find what you're looking for within Win2 Partners. And each of you will find what you're looking for there. If you're looking for a strong community, you'll find it. If you're looking for new knowledge, you'll find it. If you're looking for money, you'll find it. Within Win2 Partners, you'll find everything. My main goal is to make sure we have incredibly fertile ground here, so that you want to be here with us, so that you get the growth you need, so that you're surrounded by strong people, so that you receive a stable, consistent income. So that's my job, to create the most fruitful environment possible so that within Win2 Partners, you feel right at home. And when we reach 1 million people, completely new opportunities and horizons will open up for us. And that's when the real big money, big game will begin. For now, we're still at the early stage. And you're among the top 1% of people where it all begins. We already have someone whose team has 600 people. Just think about that. Look. Within Win2 Partners, we currently have 2,138 people. Let me refresh and see how many we have now. 2,140, as you can see. A few more joined. How many? 9 people? Yeah, so 9 more. Now it's 2,147 people. This person's team now has 600 people, which is about 30% of the entire structure. So that's his team. The growth of this team started with just 1 person. And when we reach 1 million, he'll have 20% of the whole structure, with people from all corners of the world. But he believed and gained the highest level of conviction. And he just started going full throttle. He went all in like he never had before. And I want you to do the same. This is your damn lucky ticket to a better life for just $5. Just $5. It's funny, my friends. It's funny if you ignore this. Once again, thank you to everyone who came to the presentation today, my friends. We have presentations every day. I host presentations every day. So subscribe to our channel for all the latest information. Join our chat after you activate. Yes, once you're activated, join our chat and ask any questions you have, no matter what you don't understand. The only stupid question is the one you don't ask. And tomorrow there's another presentation, so invite people. Just come on in. Today, you registered, you invited at least 1 person to the next presentation. That's it. Things start moving. That's how your structure gets going, growth, progress, and so on. All right, my friends, hugs to everyone. Have a great evening. Bye.